Hello, this time we'll be diving into drafting and line types, both in model space and in a print output. The components we'll be covering today are object line type, print color, print width, and drafting attributes. You can find the components in the Rhino tab in the drafting and objects sections. We can use the object line type component to assign a line type to an object or select the source from where it inherits the line type from. The print color and print width are used to assign print properties. The drafting attributes component is what ties all these together, and you will be using this to collect the attributes and then send them on to the model object component. Here you can change the line type scale, print color, print width, and the draw order. And as usual, we'll be going to examples. We have a curve and a box on the right. I have internalized these to these containers. I am modifying the object attributes with the model object component and pushing them to a content cache. Here we have a model line types. I have covered these in a previous video, and a stream filter to toggle between them. I am here using the object line type component to assign the model line type to be the object line type. Here is a slider for the line type scale, print color with a color swatch, and print width with another slider. I'm connecting these to the drafting attributes and passing this to the model object component. Now, as I press this toggle and change my line type from dots to continuous, something goes wrong. I cannot push the contents into the cache. I am not sure if this is a bug or if I'm not understanding something, but if I disconnect the model line type from here, I can get my continuous lines. But of course the width attribute doesn't change. I'm going to change this model line type from continuous to dashed, because it seems to work. Now my toggle changes the line type as expected. If I change the model width here, the line type will change. You might notice that this only affects the curves that I have drawn, but not the 3D geometry. We can then edit the line type scale from here and see that now we are getting a nice dashed line. I'm going to change back to the dotted line. Okay, so what is the difference between the print width and the model width? This factor affects what we see in the model here, in the model space, and this affects what we see when we print our product through a detail view to a layout, if we want to deliver something on a PDF or a paper. The print color works accordingly. It will not change the color that we see here, but it will change the color that we see on paper. If I change this to black, nothing here in the model view changes. To test this, we're gonna print something. So first I'm gonna get rid of the box, and we're gonna move the Rhino. Here we have our new layout with a detail view on the left and the Rhino viewport on the right. You might be asking yourself, why doesn't your view look the same and you have a different line type in the viewport and in the detail view? It might look like something like this. With all the CAD programs, it is easy to get lost between the scales in different spaces. Now, if you are working, for example, in 2D, you might want to know what the line types are going to look in the end product. If you have already created a system where you have all your print widths and styles created, and you can trust that you have layered your lines on correctly, then you don't have to worry about this, and you know that you're gonna get the correct print. But if you do worry about this, you can select the detail view and find the scale. Okay, it's 1 in 130, which is random. You can open document properties and you should get to the Linetypes tab. Here you can change the model space scale to match what you have in your detail view. And this will scale the Linetype definition so that it will match what you have on your detail view of this current scale. Now we can go ahead and print our page. And this is what we get out. As you remember, we had our print color set to red and print width set to 3. If we want to edit the print, we can change the color to purple, add some width to the line and lower the scale. Now the content cache automatically pushed this, so all I need to do is to go to Rhino and print this again. And here we have it. If we compare it to the original, we can see a lot of change. Now, as with all the source parameters, we use them to select from where the object that we are editing inherits the parameters from. So for example, if I change the object line type to inherit from the layer, the line will turn to continuous because the layer 1 has a continuous line type here. I think I will create a separate video for the source parameter to explain it a bit better, but that's all for today. I hope you learned something.